Good afternoon, everyone. It is super busy here. I just stopped to catch my breath and to sit here for a minute and talk to you guys. Um, One chick has hatched, already dried, already in a brooder above my 5 week old that's in with pneumonia and something else going on with it. It's doing well, better than it was. Um, the stool looks better. It's still shaking, but I don't think it's cold because I've heated it from the bottom, the top, and the side, and it's still shaky. And it kind of reminds me of the neurological situation that one of my other chicks has, or birds, hens have, she had when she was hatched. Kind of the same situation. I had to help them out. I'm thinking that might be something to do with it. Shaky, my hen, the one that you see every now and again on videos, um, she's done very well. She lays eggs. It's a little brutal for the roosters with her. So I don't even think Tut bothers her. Um, I don't think any of the roosters really bother her. They just go on to the next girl. But anyway, I'm kind of thinking that's the same thing that's going on with this chick. And she is very much behind as far as feather development. So there is something else going on. It's not that she was just too cold. There's a growth thing, maybe a lack of a certain thing. So that's why I'm throwing proteins and electrolytes and vitamins and minerals at her right now, just to kind of see what's gonna stick. But she seems to be improving as far as her bowel release looks better. We'll just say that. So anyway, tomorrow, Kroger, in shop, in store shop. So excited. I love going to Kroger. There's going to be a whole lot of deals going on. There's going to be a lot of fresh produce and vegetables you're going to see me buying. Um, Fruit, vegetables. I'm going to get more milk. I'm going to get some cheese. This is going to be a really um, big shop tomorrow. Yes, yesterday, Wednesday, I did go to JC. I did pick up milk there, but this is the time where I can get 5 at JC and 5 at Kroger. Now at Kroger, I think they're going to be $1.29 a piece. At JC, they were $1.19. So, there's a 10-cent difference, but you know what? I don't care. I'm going to load this refrigerator up. It's summertime. I have a feeling that a lot of my girls are going to be molting very soon. It seems like it always happens like right in the beginning of summer. And then I have a group that does it like right in the beginning of winter, fall into winter. And those I worry about too. So right now I like keeping milk on hand, especially for Shaky, my little hen. That's her major protein. I'm just saying. You'll see where people say don't feed your chickens dairy products, that it can be toxic to them. I have never had a problem. They get cheese, milk, butter, yogurt, cottage cheese, anything that we eat, they eat. Sour cream. If I have extra sour cream, I pour that out there as well, and everybody gets extra calcium and protein. Here's the thing. Sometimes my eggs or their eggs, not my eggs, but their eggs are so hard that they're extremely hard to bust. Say I find eggs that have been laying there for a while and I want to break them so that way they can eat the broken eggs. A lot of times it takes a little bit to crush those eggs. So I use a lot of dairy with my chickens, but there you go. I want to talk about chicken breeds for just a minute. Now, I was supposed to be getting some dark Brahmas. Brahma chickens, in my experience, are very hardy. They're a dual purpose bird, so they're a big bodied bird. They have shorter legs than I like. If you ever get to look at my chickens, I will try to point out like Cider's build. Cider is one of mine versus Pumpkin's build. They're both sisters, but they have a different mother. And Cider's built is better. I am trying to develop a taller, um, bigger bodied but taller chicken first things with a good temperament. That's my first goal of breeding my chickens. But some of the chicken breeds that I will not ever use again will be Welsomer. I will not. Shaky and Chipmunk are both from Wesley, the original rooster that I bought, other than Thor or Thor, Odin. Odin was a Brahma, and then Friction was his son. So then I had Wes, who was a Welsomer who I bought from a hatchery. I ended up with a lot more roosters, but he ended up with the sinus infection. I talked to someone who has Welsomers, and that's a huge thing is they get sinus infections, and that's what killed him. Um, so I will not do Welsomers anymore. I love the Moran eggs. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. And I would love to have like one of each kind of Moran hen because the colors are just so deep, dark, and brown, and I love them. But they just don't seem to be a very sturdy bird. Okay. Um, the Buff Orpington, I think, is very delicate to how I let my chickens live. I had someone had given me a Buff Orpington. I think she was already an issue bird, but I had to bring her in when I brought um, one of my other young birds back here that someone couldn't handle. And she seemed to be sickly, and she ended up dying in the bathroom. I put her on palliative care. I took care of her until she passed away. And that's what I do with my chickens. If they're in bad shape, I bring them in the house. I do all liquids, proteins, Pedialytes, all of that kind of stuff, baby food. I'll go run and get baby food, and I will give them palliative care and take care of them and try to keep them warm and comfortable until the end. And yes, that's how I treat my chickens. So anyway, now I'm going to tell you what chickens I have more of an appreciation for. Okay, so I bought Jersey Giants. I'm not real happy with the Jersey Giants. They're just not that great of a bird. They're not bigger than any of my other hens. As a matter of fact, most of my other hens are bigger than my Jersey Giants. Maybe they're just little Jersey Giants. I don't know. I'm not thrilled with their personality. Don't care about that. But not one of my favorite breeds. However, they are very broody. I have two left, and they are super, super broody. Now, when I bought my Jersey Giants, I also thought I bought another one, which happened to be a Barred Rock. Dottie is my Barred Rock. She is a fantastic bird. She's funny. She's got the best personality. I'm not into that look, that color scheme that the Barred Rock has. Not my favorite color of bird, but I can tell you that she went broody. My Australorp, which we'll talk about here in a minute, both of them were trying to sit on the same spot, and I knew that I could move Miss Dottie. So I took all of the eggs up, put it in a brooder stall, put food, water, took her up, and within an hour she's sitting on them eggs. She's like, yeah, mom, I get it. Because I think the last year when she was hatching eggs, I ended up moving her like twice during her hatch time, and she did fantastic. She did, however, try to kill the babies that I wanted to bring in and kind of put in with hers. She did go after them, so there was no combining those. No one got hurt in the process. Australorp. So I thought I bought black Australorps. They turned out to be chocolate. They're a very big-bodied bird. Their legs aren't quite as long as what I'm looking for, but let me tell you, this girl, this one I have left because I did sell one of them. I had two. I She has been broody for months, and all I've been doing is taking eggs away from her. Very stubborn about this being broody. So had I took her up, she might have stayed on those eggs too. But I knew that Dottie would, and it would get Dottie out of the way so I can deal with this bird here. So my broodiest birds ever: Moran, um, Barred Rock, Australorp, and then the Jersey Giants. I mean, all four of those breeds have gone broody a lot, and very steadfast. As a matter of fact, the Morans have hatched eggs for me. One of the Jersey Giants hatched eggs for me. Um, Dottie the Barred Rock has hatched eggs for me. But I wasn't used to that because my Brahmas never went broody. My Easter eggers never went broody. So that's it. So we're learning a lot. I need to go up and check and see what the temperature is up there in that building. I definitely need to get a thermometer up there. I mean, I just keep putting it off, and I don't know why. So I got in here to get my dog food out of the car that I left, the truck that I left yesterday when I went grocery shopping. I'm looking at everything. I'm getting all my bills set up so I can get them all sent out tomorrow on my way up. I got to go to the bank. Got a lot to do tomorrow. So today I'm kind of here. We got chicks hatching. Well, a chick hatched. I don't see anybody else peeping. We've had surveyors here the past 2 days working on our survey. It's an expense that I have to do. It was either I just had to do it. It's going to be extremely expensive, and I hated doing it, but you have to do it sometimes because sometimes fences and property lines really make a neighborhood a little bit more concise on who is what and what is who, right? That makes sense. I don't know. You all have a great day. Hugs from a distance. I just needed to get out of the house for a little bit. I got birds chirping and dogs barking, and there you go. Bye, y'all. Hugs from a distance. I'll see you in a little bit.